David Long last updated 1907. The 23rd of May 2018. One News. NZ Rugby chairman Brent Impey reads the list of 28 contracted Black Ferns players. There's a massive opportunity for them. Black Ferns skipper Fiao'o Fa'amusili explains her retirement U-turn. David Rogers, Getty Images. Fiao'o Faamausil, left, has put her retirement after being announced as one of the 28 contracted Black Ferns players. Rugby New Zealand could have lost many of its top Black Ferns if NZ Rugby didn't make the move to pay players. 28 players to be given part-time contracts were announced at Tamaki College in Auckland on Wednesday, with 2017 World Cup winning captain Fiao'o Fa'amusili among them, after the hooker chose to put her retirement on hold. The players will be paid between $12,000 and $20,000 as a retainer, with about half a dozen players on the higher amount. With match fees and other promotional payments, it's been reported the top players could receive up to $45,000. It is a watershed moment for the sport in New Zealand, but if it didn't happen, the chances of further World Cup success for the Black Ferns would have been remote. Fred Moore, Grace Brooker, Over the Moon, Landmark Black Ferns deal, netball under threat from women's rugby, Rugby Almanac honor for Woodman, equal playing field for sportswomen, belated financial reward for Black Ferns. The Warriors are starting up a women's team to compete in a new NR-backed competition. The AFL in Australia has been a momentous success, and in other places around the world professional competitions have started up. We absolutely had to do this because of the other codes and what's happening around the world with rugby itself, Black Ferns campaign manager and former player Hannah Porter said. Japan has got a professional league, England has got a semi-professional league, and France has too. So over the next couple of years, if we hadn't done this, then we would have found more players going overseas to play rugby. The money doesn't compare to what men's players get from rugby. No one's going to be buying shares in racehorses or investing in bottled water companies just yet, but it is a start, and it does mean that there will be less of a financial burden on players representing New Zealand. Add feedback, it's to support the hours that they're training, Porter said. It's 10 to 14 hours that we are supporting them with, but then putting the resource around them within the provincial unions to make sure they have good strength and conditioning coaches, good skills coaches, physios and nutritionists. On top of that, there are match payments for the 28 that make the team. That hasn't changed the last couple of years and will be $2,000 a week, and then within the contract there are other ways to bolster those payments, with saving schemes and legacy funds, plus the ability to do some commercial work. Black Ferns coach Glenn Moore says he believes the money will make a difference to how these players develop and progress, but it will also inspire the next wave of potential Black Ferns. Having players contracted will help more players aspire to want to play at a high level, Moore said. We'd be expecting to see over the next couple of years the quality increase in the FPC, Farrah Palmer Cup programs, and I'd be confident that we'd continue to see the player numbers grow at a rate they currently are. Moore also feels this will help fend off the competition from rival codes and other rugby leagues around the world. There is competition everywhere, he said. We're seeing semi-professional competitions being played in England and France, and we've had players being chased to go there. Overall, it's critical to the development of the game to maintain and grow our player base. I spent a bit of time over the last couple of years in Australia, and I've seen the development of the women's AFL, and it's unbelievable the size of the crowds they're getting at those games, paying the top players is only half of the equation when it comes to advancing women's rugby in New Zealand. The Farrah Palmer Cup also needs to grow and attract more interest as the national provincial competition. It would be great if we could work our way to a semi-professional format within New Zealand at a national level, but remembering, we need to keep a good product for everyone to watch, Porter said. We are rugby saturated in New Zealand, so it needs to be a really good product that we produce that people want to watch, and there is the depth coming through. Contracted Black Ferns, Chelsea Alley, Ariana Baylor, Grace Brooker, Kendra Cox Edge, Kristen Cottrell, Ruahe Demand, DHY's Fally Faga, Kilistina Motain, Victoria Subritsky Napatali, Christina Sue, Renee Wycliffe, Salika Winiata, Eloise Blackwell, Les Elder, Nikitu, Fiao'o Fa'amusili, Hirono Aringa, Aldora Itunu, Linda Itunu, Pip Love, Charmaine McMenamin, Tokanachua, Joanna Nanwu, Taker Anat Aaron Gamate, Alicia Nelson, Marcel Parks, Nalani Paris, Aroha Savage, Charmaine Smith. Stuff.